In Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, the rust monster is described as a four-legged insect around the size of a pony, with a thick, lumpy yellowish hide the color of rust. It has a long tail ending in flat paddles, as well as twin antennae that snake out from under its eyes and fan out almost like feathers. It's known to be able to smell metal at a long distance, which helps in finding ferrous metals, their preferred food source. They're typically docile creatures and have little in the way of harmful attacks, but when they're hungry and metal is around, they become far more willing to get aggressive. The rust monster has an AC of 14 and 27 HP with a speed of 40 feet. They have okay stats for their challenge rating except for their intellect and charisma, which makes sense considering their bestial nature. Their trait Iron Scent allows them to pinpoint all ferrous metal within 30 feet, and their main trait Rust Metal causes non-magical weapons to take a permanent -1 penalty to attack rolls after they hit, and this effect stacks. If the penalty hits -5, the weapon is automatically destroyed, and ammunition likewise is destroyed after it deals damage. In combat, the rust monster has a bite that deals 2 to 9 damage. Alternatively, they can use their action to activate their antenna, which targets a metal object within 5 feet that they can see, such as armor. If the object is not being carried or worn, they can destroy up to a 1-foot cube of it. If it is something being worn or carried, like armor, the target must make a DC 11 dex save to avoid the effect. Any object affected takes a -1 penalty to its AC. Armor reduced down to AC 10, or shields reduced down to a bonus of +0 are automatically destroyed. As a DM, I would use the rust monsters as a low-level creature meant not to kill the party, but rather to destroy their non-magical items, ammunition, and other resources. The loss of weapons early in a campaign can cost the players dearly, especially in a campaign where resources are limited and weapons are few and far between. I would have rust monsters swarming players, having at least one on each player. I would have them spend their turns using their antenna on armor and shield, as well as spellcasting focuses if applicable. The entire strategy here is simply to force players to avoid hitting their enemy, or else face a large price tag when they return to town for supplies, or leave them stranded in dangerous areas with no weapons or armor. In Mythology, there's no direct origin for the rust monster. Instead, we must once again thank a bin of cheap 80s plastic for this iconic creature. In a bag of discount kaiju plastic toys, there was one that resembled an insectoid lobster with a strange propeller tail. Gary Gygax, the creator of AD&D, was inspired after some thinking to turn this creature into some sort of a termite for metal. As he was always trying to create dangerous and different scenarios for his players and friends to face in TTRPGs, he decided that a creature that targets the player's equipment instead of their health would be possibly just as terrifying, considering how hard loot was to get in earlier editions of D&D and other tabletop RPGs. In almost all editions of D&D, the rust monster is a non-lethal creature, and seeks only to eat equipment. In 5th edition, they do have a bite attack, but this would likely only be used when they're dying or trying to flee. In comparing the monster to its origins and various incarnations across D&D, we find that the current version is less terrifying than the older ones, mainly due to the fact that once players have enchanted +1 items, the rust monster basically becomes a nothing encounter. However, facing down a monster that can destroy all your items when you have little to no gold, or no way to replace them, is a wholly terrifying realization to have when playing D&D. If you enjoyed that video, please leave a like and comment below, and consider subscribing to the channel. You can also join the Patreon for $1 a month to access videos days before they're posted here, as well as other exclusive stuff like short stories, videos, and more.